Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. So for you future YouTubians, this is going to be the first of the unedited YouTube slices. So we are still going to be cutting the streams, but I'm not going to be editing them down, just because I want to get more content in, and that's what we're going to be doing. So I do think this is still the best way to go about things, but again, I am looking to partner with an editor, so if you or someone you know would or is interested, let me know about that. So for now, you'll just be getting 1 hour-ish sections of the stream, and I won't be like trimming out lots of things. I might pause the recording sometimes if I know I'm about to do something long, but other than that, here we are. So I did just spend about an hour and a half streaming and exploring more of this godforsaken world map. Again, I don't know what's up with all these lines on the map, but we did find desert gardens finally up here, and we also found a couple random diamonds from a small ore. We found, what else did I find? I put it all in this box. Oh, I went down into a roguelike dungeon and found a few hoppers, but nothing crazy. We found a slightly damaged anvil as well, but that's about it. Found some what's it called, silverwood tree, some shimmer leaf, but that was pretty much it. So that was our haul. The main idea was the desert gardens. So what we can do with those guys is finally get the last thing we need, which is cactus fruit. That's it. That was the whole reason we needed them, and for the healing axe later, of course. So we will plant the cactus fruit right here. And then I guess we need, maybe this is a good spot for, do I need cactus, by the way? Oh, I should get at least one cactus juice to eat. Cactus I don't care too much about growing, but what we could do is plant like watermelons right there, and then we could do the same thing for pumpkins on one of these. Though I would have to remove something. I could maybe remove the lettuce from here and move broccoli over. Well, but then I need 2 slots. I don't actually know. Can broccoli go in a spring salad? Yeah, sure can. So let's get some more stuff for food. Exactly. If you join on the live Twitch streams, you can bet your channel points on whether or not I find slime islands, and the answer is always no. But somehow more points have been bet on yes, so believers are just always consistently in shambles. By the way, I need to finish that outcome. Will we find slime island? No, we did not. We did not. Okay, what else am I grabbing? Garlic. Get all of our main food groups here. Garlic, eggplant, lettuce, broccoli, and I'm forgetting one. Oh, the blueberries. You know, we never planted a new blueberry plantation after we moved it for our house. I might need to do that. Also, Travis, thanks. I felt clever about the idea for bushes as windows, early game windows. I kind of got it from the quest book saying to use them as fences or walls in your early game because they grow to be 3 tall naturally. But yeah, in this episode, I think what we want to do is get our first machine in the Steam Age and therefore enter the Steam Age. So we're gonna have to make bricks for that. I probably should, I have enough clay, we can just make some clay bricks. I was gonna, at some point we'll go like work on chopping down one of the houses nearby, because there are a few. I think there's one, I thought there was one on my little island here. Maybe it's further south. Yeah, there's one down there, there's a village down there, that's where we got the smeltery. We have not gotten the smeltery from the village way out to the east. There's still a smeltery in here. You'd think we could see it from map view. Where is it? Huh. But I thought there was a smeltery there. Anyway. But yeah, we're gonna have to move all our stuff in the base. We got all sorts of things to do. First order of business is put away all the fruits and vegetables. Why don't I take lettuce and broccoli, put them in here. Cacti. Garlic. Random sand. Oh yeah, another thing we need to do is get some more. I did get a bunch of leather. I killed cows as we ran around because I knew we'd need tanned leather. So why don't we work on a couple of these. Of course it's not working because I'm not in the crafting bench. That's a good reason for it not to work. Okay. So there's 6 bound leather. Get those going. One of the reasons I want to be working on that is the adventure, no, not the adventure backpack. That needs aluminum. Just the regular backpack. We need 5 tanned leather and a steel ring, which is only 1 steel ingot. So I can already make that as soon as this tanned leather's done. And then this is just a normal backpack that you can like hotkey to open. So that's super handy, and that will help hold random stuff that we don't always want to be carrying around. And I mined out all the dirt, as you can see, on this side of the house. So I think I'll put my smelting wall in the corner here. I am going to remove the wall and replace it with wood. And then the other thing that we talked about doing was replacing the floor with like potentially chiseled cobblestone or chiseled smooth stone to prevent mob spawns, so I don't have to spam torches on the floor. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our furnaces. I don't know how many I need. I think last game I had 8 and it was like, or 12. I didn't have that many. I think this is probably, what is this? This is gonna be 20? I think that should be plenty. So we'll just need a bunch of flint for that and some cobblestone. So some more gravel. We will need some smooth stone. Let me get the charcoal that we've built up. Oh, I just sorted. I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. We have so much work to do with sorting out like chests and stuff. Why don't I make another crafting table? Can you do crafting tables with rubber wood? You can. Okay, why don't I just make 2 crafting tables right now? Because we're gonna need them all over the place. For now, I'll just put 1 here. Or maybe over there. And then for furnaces, we need to get some charcoal going. Also, is it cursed to have an odd number here? 5? It feels a little cursed. Potentially. But yeah, we need smooth stone for making more mortars. You know, I do have 10 hoppers that we got. We could use that for smelting automation. The problem is, 1 is too slow. And it's tricky to automate like round robin distribution type stuff with hoppers. So you'd have to, I don't know. I feel like it's easier if I have 10 stacks to just put the 10 stacks into 10 furnaces rather than 5 hoppers that then end up going into 5 furnaces. Because the furnaces are slow enough that I kind of don't want more than 1 stack at a time, generally. So I think it's probably fine the way it is. I'm looking for smooth stone. Do we have more? We do. Okay, because I want to make more macerators. AKA mortars. I don't know why I keep forgetting what they're called. And then we should be able to make all of the flint here. And then with some cobble, we should be able to make all of the furnaces. What's up, Cadis? No issues with auto crafting so far. I haven't checked, I haven't updated since you said the other thing was fixed though, with like the thing we found with fruit salads. I haven't updated since then, so that issue is still there, I'm assuming. Okay, wait, I need a total of 20, but I already have 6, so that's 14 more. Okay. This should be more than enough furnaces for what we need. I hope. If it's not, we've done something else wrong. And then let's get this wall mined out. Why not blast furnace? What are you guys talking about? You mean the BBF for steel? Or do you mean this? I've never heard of this. I don't know what this is. Is it just a faster furnace? Is this something the quest book is going to tell me about eventually? Wow, there's a lot of things that say blast furnace. That's about the bricked blast furnace. Probably one of these. There it is, a better furnace. Okay, it's 10 iron apiece plus smelted smooth stone. Oh, it's only for ores. Interesting. I might do 10 and 10 then. Or 12 and 8. Yeah, that's a new thing for sure. I do need to put my repair bench down. And then repair my flint shovel. And then we need to close up this wall. As fast as 2 snails. Exactly. Do I have my chisel? I don't know what I did with my chisel. Where did we put the chisel? Seriously though, I have no idea where I left it. Yeah, there. Okay. And there's the saw. We should have that too. I'm slowly trying to get everything out of the hovel, I think is the goal. So let's make some logs. And then the horizontal. Fill this in for now. And we'll get more windows and stuff going, but I just want to have the basic wall finished. This could be a good spot for a window on this side, I think. I should also grab the digger's backpack. That would help. Okay, so the window, we chop out this part. And then this. You replace the iron furnace in the EBF with the EF. That's a lot of letters. I think I understand what you're saying. You're using the new thing I just looked at instead of the iron furnace. But does the iron furnace still exist? Okay, so then for the window, we'll finish this. And this. And then we need dirt. And then we need to plant blueberry bushes. Which I have in here somewhere. Yeah, the iron furnace is this guy. And that's a very similar thing. So it does feel weird to have both of these in the game. Because doesn't that smelt everything twice as fast? It feels like they're kind of very similar objects. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the blueberry bushes. Oh, it doesn't do twice as fast. What is it, 50% faster? 66% faster? Okay, so berry bushes there. Let's get a sleep in here. Oh, they're only 20% faster? That's surprisingly small of a boost. Sweet. Okay, so the basics of the house are there. There's still a lot of work left to do here, but I'm at least okay now to start working through the quest book a little bit here. So what we want to do is read this. When all you have is a hammer, the whole world looks like a nail. See Gregtech Material Tools tab in NEI. Gregtech Materials Tools tab in NEI. So if I were to look at something like a wrench, then you can look at this. And what does this do for you? I guess you can skim through and see all the tool durabilities for a specific type of thing. I wonder how they're sorted. No particular order, it seems. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we can... Oh, we also need a crowbar. So that one's just detect. Hammer, we already know about that. We need a steel wrench at some point. That's a good note to get tin pipes. Wrenches are a really important tool. You shall proceed. As you've gathered and crafted all materials and tools you need for your basic steam machinery, you may now proceed to the next tier. Woohoo! Keep in mind that you'll need mountains of resources in order to craft even the simplest things. So you should probably stock up on all ores in this tier, but that's up to you. As a special reward, you get a pair of hollow glasses to look inside your inventories. Place it in the mask slot and use the keybind to turn it on. So we need to make some unfired clay bricks, which need the wooden form, which we should already have. And that's in this. Where did I leave it? It's in here already. We've got a decent amount of clay already. So we can just do one of these guys. Spread everything out. Boom. There's 2 stacks of bricks. And we can get those going. I also did grab a bunch of the birch logs from our bonsais. So we'll keep our creosote ovens going, or coke ovens, same thing. See, this is where like using buckets is just such a pain in the butt. I don't know. It's a pain to get the creosote buckets fueling everything. Because a stack of charcoal does what? 2 stacks of items? 3? 4? I don't remember how many units of time it takes to smelt one thing. But that should get our bricks done pretty quick here. How many did we need for the quest? Only 8. And then you just make 2 bricks at a time from a water bucket situation. So I'll wait till I have 16. Yeah, a stack of charcoal does 8. So creosote's just such a pain in the butt to use. Oh, there's another person saying what I should do. Unhelpful terminology. I don't really like dealing with empty buckets and bucketing everything. It's such a pain. because you have to fill every smelter twice to get through one stack of items. That's really annoying. I think people other people are maybe willing to put up with that annoyance, but I find that to be really annoying. Now, if I'm at the point where the charcoal I'm making is not enough, I might need to use the creosote or whatever, but right now I got plenty. Okay, so I need to grab the actual buckets. I should probably make more of these. I have so many little tasks to do. We'll run down here, and then we can do this. And we're gonna need so many more bricks than this, but this is fine to start. I also might expand this path so that like that's a stairway all the way down to the sea level, or lake level, I should say. It does make this a little awkward, but I can always move that. Even if my coke ovens were right here, I still don't see how dealing, because then you gotta like click here, get your empties out, get your empty out, get your empty out, get all your empties out, click, 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 fill them all up. Then you gotta put in a full one, then you gotta switch out the empty and put in another full one with the stack of stuff already ready. And so it's just like so many steps for one stack of smelting. Anyway. Okay, so we've got bricks, and now we need 7 iron plates. So let's go grab some iron. And we're gonna need probably the hammer and the file. I don't know for sure what tools we're gonna need yet. My inventory's a mess. I'm just ignoring that part. We're just hard ignoring that part. All right, iron plates. We're gonna make a whole page for all these eventually. Although it's pretty soon that we're gonna not need a page for this, to be fair. But all right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we need the wrench and a furnace. Should I just make 2 of these to start? I mean, I've got the bricks. I might. They're not the best boilers, but I'll just make 2. It's easy enough. Oh no, why is that sound effect so loud? Goodness. Hammer is just a stick and 6. Of course I don't have sticks though. And rubber wood cannot make sticks, which I always find to be a little funny. Alright, 1. Okay. Hammer. Go ahead and, should I favorite? I don't think anything I'm crafting is gonna need to make hammers as part of the process, so probably don't need to favorite that one. Okay, so anyway, back to making 2 more of those. And then we need 2 furnaces, which need the flint and cobble. I don't know why I came out to this crafting chest. It's where I crafted furnaces last. All right, so 2 iron furnaces, bada bing, bada boom. And now we still need bronze plates. So I'm gonna need 10 bronze each. So let's go find where that went. There it is. And then we can do this guy. And I meant 10 ingots each, not 10 bronze each. All right, and then here we go. Woohoo! 2 small coal boilers. Yay! And I'll put them right here to start. And we will need water. Ooh. Special music. And I'll take definitely, well, yeah, I guess I'll take the fluid pipes. Those will be useful. GG, we beat the game. We can quit now while we're ahead. We still have so much more to do, even on this tier. I want to look into all of these because there is new stuff in 2.7 and 2.8, so there might be a couple new pieces of information. A lot of it's already been pointed out by Cadis and some others, but apparently we need to consume a tanned leather for this. So let's do that. Let me put the cotton away, put the coins away. Oh, it said consume no. I just can't read. What is reading anyway? All right, now let's make that backpack. So for that we need 1 steel ring. And that's just a single steel ingot turned into a steel rod, turned into a ring. So that's easy peasy. Let me just put the buckets away here. Find wherever my steel is. I think it's actually up here. So 1 of those, we do need... Do we need the saw? No. I can't remember. Steel ring from a rod. Boom. And then I do need 3 woven cotton. So I need 3 more of these guys. Inventory. So Cadis, if you're still here, I found a kind of bug. I don't, ideally it would break out of that infinite loop on its own somehow. Because as a player, that feels very much like the game is broken. I understand it's because I didn't have enough inventory space. How do I have such limited inventory space? I'm used to Factorio with my 100 slots or whatever I have. Okay, there we go. So now we should be able to make the backpack. There's got to be a quest for that, right? Yeah, where is this quest? Got the sleeping bag. Of course that's a crafting task. Why is that a crafting task? That's so annoying to me. Man, that's just the... it just makes me mad. I will happily, if someone knows what I type into the console to like force complete this, I would happily do that. Because it's like, we already did this. We made a sleeping bag. But now we won't be able to get the quest reward for it. So the backpack, whoa. Oh, that's a Steam. You know, it might be after steel. Yeah. And that one's a crafting task too. That's so annoying. BQ edit, BQ admin. Neither of those do anything. But we have a backpack. What is it? Control B, Shift B. No. What's the backpack hotkey? Controls, backpack, open backpack. We don't have one. Do I have anything on V? I'm not using the V key for anything. I guess when we get to the matter manipulator, we might need to change that, but for now... let's do that. I forget what I did before. And then you have to like equip it. Rename your backpack. Big boy. Okay, so you can just open it normally, but I think you can equip it. Do you have to do it like this? I don't remember how this works. Or can this one not be equipped? Is that... Shift plus backpack button. You mean sneak plus backpack button. There we go. Perfect. Aha! Yay! We have a backpack now. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, and we'll put on our holo glasses. And then that lets us see what's inside of chests, which is super handy. Twitch overlays in a time loop. Oh no. Weird. It is. I don't know what's happened. Seems to be working fine. Huh. Okay, we have a lot to catch up on. So, there's so much to do. This is where the game can feel overwhelming. I've already built up technical debt and we're in, you know, stage 1. So I think for the next bit of this episode and stream, we're just gonna work on all the various pieces of technical debt we're in, like my organization, which is in total shambles, things around the base. Yeah, we got a lot to do. So first thing I want to do is do that quest thing. So you guys are correctly saying that I forgot the underscore. So it's BQ admin edit with a slash, I guess. Okay, so edit mode is on, and now I go to the quest designer. And then I can go to... I don't want to screw something up. I just want to complete this sleeping bag quest. Can I force complete it from the edit, or how do I do that? Manual complete. Yay! Okay. And that's the only one we needed for now. Okay, and then turn edit mode off. Perfect. Okay. Not a fan of those crafting tasks, especially for something like a sleeping bag where you really want to make it as soon as you can before the quest book. Like, there are certain things where the quest book is kind of like, it's gated in a way that you really can't make it, or at least not feasibly, before it would be unlocked. But this is something that's really easy to make before you have it unlocked. So it doesn't really make sense to make it a crafting task rather than a retrieval task. I don't know. It also feels weird because it's inconsistent. Retrieval tasks just in general are better. Making it a crafting task feels pretty outdated at this point. Okay, so anyway, technical debt, CK, is when you build up a bunch of things you have to do and you haven't done them. So like, we have to fix the floor to make it look nice. We have to move a bunch of our stuff out into these chests. We have to get our chests organized. There's like all sorts of stuff we have to do to make our base nice. I guess this door, hey, there's a quest, can be here now. For now, we want to make a garage door for that. So yeah, let's work on getting more organized. I'm gonna pause the YouTube recording and I'm just gonna work on moving stuff around in chests for a minute here. Welcome back, future YouTubians. So we've done a couple things, and what I first did is looked at signs, which turns out not to be the most helpful. I was thinking we could put signs like back here pointing to what's on the right side or something, but there are these things called labels from Bibliocraft, and they just require sticks and slabs, and then frames and stuff. So all just wood pieces. And we've got our hollow glasses on, which also helps a lot, so I don't think we need too much identification. But what I'm going for here is we've got gardens and saplings and seeds. And then here is fruits and nuts. And then this is vegetables. And we might end up needing another chest, I'm not sure for that. And then this is all other like growable things and Thaumcraft random stuff. And then over here is actual meals and completed foods. So that's what we've got going on so far, and we still need to grab a bunch more random stuff, but we're working on the sorting of all these, so these are done. So that feels nice. We're getting somewhere. In this one, I guess cotton should go in with the flowers maybe, and then all these random pieces of food. I don't remember what I did last season in terms of sorting like loot. Like, do I consider pork chops to be loot, or do I consider them to be ingredients? Because they're both, obviously. So that one's a little confusing. And these are all vegetables. And then we'll put cotton in there. Okay, and then for now I'm just putting a lot of random stuff in these chests. We're getting sorted though, one step at a time. Blue orchids will go in here for later. By the way, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but we found these when we were out looking for stuff, and we need these for the rainbow curry, which then we need for the healing axe. So we're actually not crazy far from the healing axe, even though we kind of are. It's just annoying because we need fries, which are gonna need salt. I guess those won't actually be that bad. What's gonna be the bad part? Probably just all the water for the tofu until we have a consistent water supply. So yeah, that I think is most of the food related stuff. Those are Thaumcraft related, so I'll grab that. We really need a slime island. Okay. We're getting there with some sort of organization. Oh, where should mushrooms go? I guess that goes with all the other growable things in the bottom. Yeah. Let's do cotton, mushroom, sugarcane has sugar, so we'll call it sweet, and then Thaumcraft in there. All right. And then I have a lot of random ingots we found in some other circles. Which circles? Or no, it was the Thaumcraft obsidian area. Pumpkin's kind of a fruit. We also need watermelon. We need to grow watermelons. We're not doing that right now. So we still got a lot going on here. Yeah, so there's a new steam water pump thing. I don't think this existed before, as far as I know. And it only requires wood, and that's it? Like, that feels really easy. It does consume a lot of steam, and I'm not exactly certain how it runs. But it just needs some bronze rods and a bronze gear, which is just bronze rods and plates. So we can totally make that. The problem with it is it needs steam to run. So we're gonna need an initial water supply to give these guys enough water to run off of that. So that's... could I make the Stirling pump for that? No, that needs pistons. We're not making pistons anytime soon. So we might make one Railcraft water tank then, just to get to the other one. So the water tank, I was really hoping to find a slime island. I guess we only need a few sticky resin for this. Because we'll need 26 of these. So that's not too bad. So we'll probably work on a water tank at some point. But yeah, if you have a slime... Oh, you know what? Never mind. Until you can compress slime balls, you can't actually get what you need to make a water tank from slime trees. Because slime trees don't drop the congealed slime. They just drop the slime saplings. Or wait, do they? I can't remember what slime trees drop anymore. Maybe they do. Ugh, we need a slime sapling so bad. Anyway, continuing our organization. Oh, the stumps are the slime blocks. You're so right. Yeah, I remember that now. What do I need to make drawers? Oh. Yeah, that's pretty chill. So we'll probably need some drawers at some point, though the upgrades are kind of expensive, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, these like storage upgrades. The iron one... Yeah, we even need drawers and steel screws and pistons. The upgrades for drawers are not cheap. They are no joke. The barrels, and by barrels I mean better barrels, these upgrades are a lot cheaper. You do still need the assembler though. And then there's also these barrels, which are different. But I can't make those till I have the compressor. So... now we've got two kinds of barrels, which is going to be confusing to talk about. But let's start by grabbing all ore and metal related stuff, and we'll put that on the left here. So we'll have maybe random crushed ores there. I'll put ingots, finished ingots here. Let's just get rid of everything. What is that? Coke oven bricks. Yeah, there's gonna be so many randoms. Okay, so getting all this stuff deposited. Bloop, bloop. We've also got the ore finder wand, so I'm gonna need a place for like tools. I'll put that in there. Okay, so this is for dusts and crushed ores and stuff. This is going to be for the raw ores. Everything that has that sort of icon. And other things that are the same type of situation. Dust is kind of a finished product. The redstone dust, that is. So are diamonds, so is lapis, so that's all kind of the same style of thing. Okay, so there's some amount of organization there. We're getting there. Like I said, technical debt builds up. We gotta do this stuff sometime. If we don't do it now, we'll never do it. There's another chest taken care of. Two chests, actually. Nice. Oh, that one's kind of nice the way it is. Let's move our Tinker's tool station somewhere. Actually, maybe we can leave the Tinker station in our little hovel. You don't use it that often. Maybe for now, we will. So we do the pattern, or the stencil, what's it called? Yeah, stencil table to make patterns. And then we'll do the part builder. Yeah, next to the tool station, and then the tool station. Okay. So we'll leave that the way it is for now. I guess I didn't change much. I think this is square. How's mob spawns looking? I just hit F7 and there's nothing. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. What next? Let's grab all this random stuff. So many random things. There's just so many categories of things. I think we're gonna need far more than this mini chest. This is a good start, but we're gonna need a lot more. Honestly, I might do another layer here. So for this one, let's do base blocks. So like pressure plates, doors, stairs, ladders, garage doors, stuff like that, like a bed, those types of things. And then in this one, for now, this will be my truly like random. I don't have a category for it. So like Tinker Smeltery books, clay casts, whatever that ring is. We will need one for tools. Where should I put tools? Maybe in the middle or top left? I don't know. Maybe let's do tools top left. So tools like swords and buckets. I'm just gonna trash these bowls, to be honest. I can make more if I need them. Okay, so like, well, we need to repair that flint broadsword, but these kinds of tools, though, go in here. And then flint. Okay. And then also we just have this random copper ore. I'm tired of looking at that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, there's so many things. Chisel can go up here. Another bucket. Lanterns and signs and tool stations and stairs. All those can go down here. And at some point I'll need a specific one purely for... I wonder if this can be for like burnables, maybe. I don't know. We'll need one purely for the like forged micro block versions, because there's so many different types you end up with that. Okay. I mean, there's a little bit of sorting happening, finally. So, let's do logs. How do we want to do this? We should probably have a drawer for cobble. Yeah, the basic drawer is not that expensive. So we should do a drawer for cobble and a drawer for dirt. And maybe a drawer for birch planks. And then maybe maybe sand and gravel, you know, like those types of things. So birch drawer. Oh, we have to chisel it, okay. I should just be able to hit Shift A on this and it knows what to do. That's the hope anyway. And then I just go boom, 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 boom. Perfect. So then I can fit some drawers in along here. And we'll do dirt, cobble. On one of them, we'll do dirt, cobble, gravel, sand, I think. Does the miner's backpack pick up torches? Where'd that torch go? Oh, it's just in my inventory. I'm blind. Nothing to worry about. We are just blind. Okay, cool. So let's go back here. Let's make Couple more drawers. How many more do I need? 4 more. Auto crafting is so nice. That would have been such a pain in the butt right there. But there we go. Okay, so then we'll do, you said dirt, cobble. I think gravel and sand feels like a nice little stuff along. I don't even know if I do have sand somewhere, right? Yeah. Okay, and then cobble goes there. Perfect. And then we'll do birch logs there, because those build up pretty quick. I should go grab a batch. Here's an unlit area. Oh yeah, look at all this wood. It's amazing. Okay, so we sort of entered the steam age in this episode. I don't know that we're actually gonna get very far into it, but technically we have coal boilers, so we're technically in the steam age. Technically in the steam age. Yeah, locking the drawers will happen eventually. We need gold for the key though, so that's still pretty far away. Although I guess I have some gold. I forget what the recipe is. No, we need steel and crap and the upgrade template, which needs a piston. We're still a ways away from that. They don't need to be locked right now because nothing's automated and I'm not gonna be like taking out all of it at any point. So the locking is not that important at the moment. Okay, so then where would we put something like snow? Snow and clay. Should those have their own? I was thinking mob loot could be in this one. So what would be a good mob loot? Like a zombie brain? Or zombie head maybe? Or a spider eye, something like that. So in this one, we'll do zombie head. We'll put all mob loot things in here. Saplings, tools. It feels nice to have somewhere to know to run. It's like, okay, oh, book and quill. What does that count as? Ooh, I don't know. What is a book? Is a book and quill a tool? No, it goes in random for now. This is a tool, though. And this needs to go back in there. And then we'll have all sorts of, for now, all building blocks are the same, but we'll differentiate between like GT, you know, pipes and stuff versus like vanilla stairs. Those are very different things, but for now they're the same. We now need to void creosote, which there is a trick for. I'm gonna get so many comments about this, and I don't care. Come at me, bros and broettes. All my dirt got picked up. We'll automate, there's an easy way to automate the system later, but I guess I can just do this. Or will that not work because we removed the... Come here. No, that did work. Okay. Yeah, we did get a trophy. All right, so those are running again. No one needs to know about all the creosote that just disappeared. No one has to know. Sweet, sweet. Okay. What's next? Oh. Well, first of all, there's a lot of dirt here. And then I guess wherever we're keeping our coins and loot bags, let's do that one. And charcoal can go here. Extra wood there. Flint feels like a finished product, so that can go with that. Gunpowder is a mob drop. Coke goes down here. Let's get that labeled. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, we gotta put all our trophies somewhere too. They're your fault, Dave. All these trophies that we have. No, I'm glad there are trophies in the game. They're fun. It does seem a bit arbitrary what gets trophies and what doesn't, but they are fun. And then we've got a lot of blocks. We've got to sleep. Okay, so we've got two chests for blocks that aren't really in any of the other categories. I could also see smooth stone getting its own drawer. Maybe. It depends on if I'm gonna chisel it or not. For now, it won't. And for now, we'll put snowballs in the second one and clay in the second one. Okay, we're getting there. You are getting there. Close. Alright, so then random blocks. Clay. How do I have a stack of salt? Where did that come from? Oh, I think it came from a loot bag. That, I believe, is what happened. Another rabbit's foot. Miner's delight. Surely we're not going to need that anytime soon. I guess we can put it down here. This is for flowers, so we will do this. The poppy there. Clay in this one. Maybe just a block of smooth stone in this one. An iron ingot seems like the good sacrifice for that. And maybe a brown limonite ore. And how about a random crushed chalcopyrite? Okay, and then this one could have stairs. Oh, I don't have labels on those yet. Never mind. Withering dust. Don't know what that is. Arrow. These creosote bottles are kind of like loot. I guess I could put them in with the other creosote. I don't really think we can do anything with... Unless you can dump into a Gregtech machine by clicking with the bottles. I don't know if you can or not. That would be the only way that would work. Where in all of this would sticky resin fit? Kind of doesn't fit in any of our categories yet, does it? Same with tanned leather. Because it's... Yeah, it's leather, but it's also like processed leather. Okay, so diamonds, flint. Getting there. That's a plant. These are all finished. Metals. Yeah, this feels good. Wood pulp. I don't know where wood pulp would go. We'll probably need a few more spots. But like the anvil and the hoppers go in here, and the iron bars, so that's pretty easy. The glass bottles are random. The purple drink is random. I guess it's technically a food. We can put it in there. Steaks. Random logs. Building planks will go in here for now. Finished steak. Redstone repeater. Oh, it feels so good to get organized. Bread. We can destroy this one. Zinc gravel goes in this top one. Like any of the original raw ores we'll put in here. Like right now zinc gravel is the only one where we actually get the block back, but if we get other ones like that, we'll do that. Knowledge fragment for Thaumcraft. This is my Thaumcraft one randomly. Partially because half the Thaumcraft things I have are flowers. And then these are all non-standard birch planks for building. Put the cactus in there. The wooden form for now will go in here. It'll probably get moved down to the river at some point. Digger's backpack has what in it? Just dirt. Boom. No longer dirt. Tools. I guess I can use a fired clay bucket as my label. Oh, we don't have labels. Right. Yeah, I mean, did we do it? No. We still have all those things. And that one's empty. But we've almost done it. So finally is gonna be loot bags and coins. There's our food journal for Spice of Life. Loot bag, fireworks. The better questing heart feels appropriate for that. I don't know where to put the cauldron, but for now it can go over there. How far out is auto-sorted storage? Very far out. That's how far. There are some mediocre solutions you can do, but none of them are great. The soonest is in LV. You can start logistics pipes. I don't know what all is available in LV. It's sooner than it was in my last playthrough. I do know that much. So that's kind of nice. I wonder where sticks would go. I guess sticks don't... We don't have a home for like random wood things. Generally sticks should be over here anyway, because they get used. Still don't know what to do with that wood pulp. What do we call wood pulp? I guess we could, at least right now, we could put stuff like wood pulp and paper in with the saplings. Because there's enough space for everything to be happy together. So all of the wood related products, like paper and wood pulp, can all go there. And then this, I kind of like having as like, of course the miner's backpack picked it all up. For my ore finder wand. At least for now, we'll leave that there. And did we F7 to make sure there's no issues here? Oh no, the hovel is revealed. Okay, the digger's backpack can get annoying sometimes. Okay, well for now that's the hovel. We'll figure out what to do with this wall at some point. Woo! The ME system is MV? No, AE2 is a lot farther out than MV. I wish it wasn't MV. That would be incredible. I think it's either ultra late HV or after that. So next would be the garage door, and I think we'll end the episode after that. I'm gonna grab 5 stacks of wood for this guy. And then we've already got some iron, so that should be enough to make a garage door. We already looked at this. Iron ring does not have, and neither does iron rod. So we'll favorite the iron rod, and then we should be able to favorite the iron ring. And then we need carpenter's block, so we favorite that, and then we need to favorite the wood screw, and then we need to favorite the wood bolt or short wood stick, and then we need to favorite the wood frame box. And by doing all of that, this is just crazy to me, I can just hit Shift A, and I think we can just make garage doors. I mean, we might break a file or two, but it does work that way. Speaking of files, I'm going to need 2 iron plates to make a file. Oh, it's searching for things that also have file as the ingredient. I was hoping for simpler. Where is it? Have I forgotten the file recipe? No, must have just missed it. Okay, regular iron plate, Shift A. Left click, right click. Okay, there we go. So there's a file. Oh, you know what I should do though, is I should have the iron plate also as part of that. So that way, if we haven't got the plates already, it'll make them for us. Right. Okay. So anyway, back to making garage doors. Just hashtag works. That is incredible. Auto crafting is so nice. And now we can do this. So I think I forgot they like auto extend down. That's hilarious. I didn't need to make 15 of them. Well, now we have enough for multiple doors. Perfect. What I do want though is the carpenter's pressure plate, which is only player activated. So mobs will not be able to walk into our base, but we will. It's really handy. And that is made this way. Oh, we need a spring. That's acceptable. We can do that. We need long iron rod to be favorited. And then we need that to be favorited. And it needs a wire cutter, which we haven't made yet. But I should be able to make that. Iron plate. I guess I don't have the iron screws favorited and the iron bolts favorited. So we gotta redo that. Okay. Oh, I did it in the wrong menu. But that's fine. There's a wire cutter. And I was looking at, what was I doing? Oh, an iron spring. Shift A on that. Oh my gosh, this makes life so easy. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, pressure plate. So we should be able to Shift A on this. Literally goes off the screen, but I don't even care because now I can just do that. And we have 2 carpenter's pressure plates. Wow. Wow. And yes, that does mess up this stairwell, but that's fine. We'll fix it. For now, we'll just put dirt here. Pressure plate. And now I can just walk in. And it's perfect. I love it. All right. So we can run in and not worry about mobs. Perfect. And then we can recolor the door, by the way. And we'll probably end the episode here, for those from future YouTubian land. And I think we can just, yeah, do this. I kind of like the look of metal doors, though. Can I make any sort of iron? I doubt this will work. No. Oh, I think I have to destroy them to recolor them, actually. But yeah, it has to be a block. Oh well. What would be a good... I guess just stone would be a good texture for now. And there's a way to cycle... Is it with a wrench? You can cycle what type of garage door look it is. They might have told us in that quest. Where was that quest? The Building Better Bases. Yeah, I think we need the carpenter's chisel for that. Which unfortunately requires the tinker's smeltery, which is on our to-do list for sure. But yeah, good enough for now. We'll improve that once we have the smeltery and we can change those things. I'll need like a shelf for trophies, maybe over here, I don't know. And then I think we'll put our first machines kind of in this region. We'll put the Railcraft water tank outside over here somewhere, maybe on the roof even. We still need to install skylights on the roof, so that's something I want to do, and we need to install the floor. So that's what we'll be doing in the next episode. I'm thinking chiseled smooth stone here. There's a lot of options. Probably like something like that, or maybe the polished stone brick. Whoa! I thought I had the pickaxe. That was not what I expected. I didn't know you could just chisel blocks. Oh gosh. Whoops. Well, that's what's underneath us. But yeah, and I think these prevent mob spawns, right? No? Or do they? No, they don't. That's so random. Why do some do and some don't when it comes to chiseled? That's frustrating. So smooth stone doesn't, but birchwood does. Oh, I guess it at least tells you mobs cannot spawn on this block. Oh, that's sad. Oh, it's because they're from Tinker's Construct and not Chisel, that's why. Interesting, so it has to be one of these. Well, how's this fancy arrangement one look? For a floor. It's a little busy. It's not terrible, though. What would my other options be? Wide stone bricks? Or I could just do regular old stone bricks, too. That is an option. Yeah, what are my options for just cobblestone itself? How do I control left click? Cobble. Yeah, those are kind of busy too. I guess there's huge cobblestone tiles. What's that look like? Ooh, that one's kind of nice because it doesn't even have borders. We could go with that and then accent a couple places. That's certainly an option. Light panel, dark panel, dent, tiles. There's the damaged cobblestone tiles, the large cobblestone tiles. Yeah, there's a lot of options. Let me look at these, and then we'll be done with the episode here in a sec. I always say that. Yeah, those are a little bit too like grid. That's far too much of a grid, I think, for my taste. It could look good in like a pathway or something, but to cover the whole floor, I don't think that. This is much less busy on the eyes. I actually don't hate the regular smooth stone either, to be perfectly frank. I just want something that prevents the mob spawn. So I think we'll probably go with this one. And that'll be our floor, and we'll get that installed in the next episode. So for those of you from future YouTube, as always, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.